Okay, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Welcome to my channel. You know who it is. That lion from the zoo. You know what time it is. Now, in this video, you know what I mean? I was very curious about a specific situation that had to do with that whole Miami Marketplace Mall situation with the teens who so-called opened up a portal and three beings came out of the portal, etc., etc. But it was one guy that said he was there, he witnessed the whole situation, him and his family, etc., etc. Now, this gentleman has piqued my interest, okay? This guy right here. All right. Now, he's piqued my interest because when he did his first video about what he witnessed that day, he said that he didn't videotape the situation due to fear and this and that. You know what fear does to you when you see in a supernatural situation like that. And he said in the first video that because of the fear, he didn't record the event. Okay. Then later on, he said he came out with other videos, and I have the footage here. I'm gonna show everybody the footage, and in other videos that came later, he said that he did record the situation. He did record the situation because he was using old school technology from the 90s, like VHS recorders, etc., etc. He talked about how he was still using a flip phone, etc., etc. So he says that while the police was there and they was checking everybody's phones and deleting footage, he points out the fact that they didn't notice he that he did record with his vintage equipment. So I'm curious about this situation, okay? Because I'm gonna show you the footage. I'm gonna show you the footage, and he shows footage of how his life is being threatened, and he shows some interesting footage too. Okay, now they're talking about there's a cover up. The talks of a cover up of the situation, etc., etc. So I got a feeling like maybe he might be a liar. He might be a liar, and he's just orchestrating this whole situation, or possibly he lied in his first video because he knew the backlash that was going to come if they knew that he had the footage. So you don't really know what the deal is. You don't know if he's just a straight up liar, if he lied because he was scared for his life and trying to cover up that he even had the footage or whatever. But he came out with videos where he's looking like he's scared for his life, like his life is in danger. Okay? So let's go ahead and analyze these clips, and we can decide together of what the situation really is. So this is his first video, and let's analyze it.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Fitz. I was there at the Bayside Mall with my family, and we all saw exactly what happened. Don't pay attention to a lot of the videos that are out there. I feel like a lot of people are trying to use this for clout. But what happened, we all saw what happened, and it's pretty serious. It's been a few days, but and our whole family's processing it. But I think we've kind of like accepted that we were a part of this weird experience and moment. So basically, what happened was I was there with my brother Brian, my sister, and my nephew. We were looking for shoes for my nephew, and then we see a whole crowd of people outside the store, just running out in a direction. So, as soon as we saw it, we were like, oh shit, what's going on? So we immediately ran out with our nephew, and we picked him up and we ran out and we followed the crowd. And then about like a few seconds later, as soon as we started running, my nephew, he's autistic, so he was pointing behind us and he was saying blanky, which he'll usually say whenever he feels unsafe or scared. And he was pointing behind us. So me and my brother, we look behind us, and then we see these 3, 9, 10-foot tall creatures. I'm not gonna say aliens. Everyone keeps saying it's aliens. I'm not saying aliens because I don't know what it was. None of us really knew everyone. All of us stopped in our track. We, a whole bunch of people were pointing at it. There were other people running. There was a crowd. As soon as it made itself more apparent, it looked like it was glitching. Not like a computer pixelation, but like a wavy glitch. And whatever maybe was covering them had, unveiled or whatever. It looked like a glitch, man. It like a weird glitch in the Matrix or whatever. And then you could see it in its full form, all 3 of them. And then, they were all black. You saw eyes, and you could faintly see like lips. But I was about like 20 feet away, because obviously everybody gave it distance, right? And they're tall, so we all just like looked at them. They were just standing there, and the thing that was a little bit weird, well, it was clearly like observing us. It was sentient, right? Like, or whatever. I don't know, but it was aware of us. It looked at us, the whole crowd, and then as soon as it started walking with its big legs, like kind of like it started like almost glitching again, we all ran. My brother like immediately said, yo, let's go. He grabbed me by the shoulder. We bolted out of there. And for anyone that's like saying, where's the footage? Yeah, I know. I don't have any footage, and I'll explain why. Because like when I saw it, I was in complete fear. It was something that I completely froze, man. I don't care if I sound like a bitch about it. Like, I froze. And I don't care who you are. I feel like when you're seeing something paranormal, it's different than when you're seeing a fight. Yeah, you'll probably want to record that and put it on World Star or whatever. When you see something paranormal, that's different. Because your reality, you can't comprehend what you're seeing. A fight, you kind of get it. 2 people are fighting. You can comprehend that. Something like this, none of us could comprehend. Your first instinct is like, it ain't to like take out your phone and start recording. Your first instinct is like, I've never seen this before. What is this? Is it gonna hurt me or my family? That was my first number 1 priority. So if you don't believe me, I get it. It's fine. Like, it is silly. I'm sure that someone had footage from that night. If you did, please contact me just so like, we actually have it. So anyways, as soon as the creature started moving, we all just jetted out there. We ran out the front doors. And obviously, like, we see a whole sea of cop cars, mad cop cars. Other ones were coming in. And we ran with our nephew, and then a cop stopped us. They took us to a bit of a safer area behind the cars, and they asked us what we saw, and we told them what we saw. They wrote it down, and they asked everybody to check their phones. Not everybody, because there was mad people like running away too, right? They couldn't get everyone. So I'm wondering if someone's gonna post a video. But yeah, they looked through everyone's phone. I didn't record anything, so I was fine. None of us recorded anything, so we were basically free to go. but in the distance you could still see, like, I didn't see.
Boom. So there you go. So there you go. Right there, he's saying he didn't record anything. Okay. And I believe he says this like multiple times during the video, like he didn't record anything. Okay. It was major emphasis on he did not record. Okay. He told the police he didn't record. He comes on TikTok, he says he didn't record anything. Okay. So either, like I said in the beginning, either he's a liar and this is just all about clout. You know what I mean? He's trying to get some clout or whatever. But I'm very curious about this situation, okay? Because when you see the other footage that's coming up, you're gonna be like, huh? You're gonna be like, huh? Now you're gonna be like, either it's real or it's very well orchestrated. It's very well orchestrated on his part. Okay. Now, if this is about clout and it's not true, you know what I'm saying? Just straight shame that man. Straight shame that man and yeah, expose him for being a fraud. But we're gonna look at the other footage, later on in the video, which you're gonna get a whole nother outlook. You're gonna get a whole other outlook on him and what's going on. All right. So let's continue with the video.
The beings come out the door, right? But you could see on the side of the building, kind of like that clip that everyone's seeing, that it was slowly walking, and it was like it wasn't cloaking or glitching or whatever. It was walking. So I don't know if they. It seemed more like it was an interdimensional thing. Someone's coming into our dimension or whatever, a bunch of them, and I think, that it was just interesting, the police response, because it was a whole bunch of them. This ain't for no teenagers. No, this was for something way bigger. And it almost seemed like the cops had like a already made strategy for it, because they surrounded one of the beings with like all their police cars. They blared it up even louder because you could hear that it was louder. Um, Maybe as an attempt to like distract it or let it know like, hey, you don't belong here, right? And they were trying to like slowly move alongside with it. But I didn't see anything else after that, because me and my family, we got out of there. We went into our car. We went home, because we had our nephew with us, and we went to make sure like he was okay. So I'm still kind of like processing everything. Like, it's weird, but at the same time, I'm glad that we weren't alone in seeing it, because like it was a whole bunch of us that saw it. And it feels kind of like you're part of something like really big, but at the same time it's confusing, because like you want to kind of like show people, like, I wish I took a video, man, like, because people are gonna probably think I'm crazy, right? But yeah, I'm left with more questions. Like, we were all kind of left with more questions than anything else. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's aliens. I know everybody's saying it's aliens. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is I saw something come in through like a weird glitchy, maybe a portal or whatever. And it was like they were pretty tall. You could see some facial. They were very dark, like and shiny, but I can't tell if it was like a wet shiny or like a metallic shiny. And yeah, and long limbs. Yeah, I mean, yeah, long limbs, long fingers. They were definitely humanoid in shape, and shadowy. But maybe that shadowiness was like from a glitch or whatever, like whatever cloaking maybe they had like fell off. But yeah, it felt like something was coming into our world or whatever. Like a fucking Stranger Things episode. But But it was crazy, man. Like I do wish that we took video. Obviously, I was scared, bro. Like we were all scared. Like it's different when you see it in real life. I doubt that we're gonna see anything like that ever again. I think it was like a. It feels like it was just like a momentary glitch, or like, oh, they showed up and maybe they're not gonna pop in again. But I'm not gonna go back to Bayside Mall. That whole incident like freaked us out, you know. And hit me up if you were there, if you got video. Just because like I feel like we should all talk about it. Like I feel like we should, the people that were there should all communicate and talk about what happened. Because anyone that wasn't there, like you wouldn't get it. It's not an experience that's explainable in a video. Like it was very much like a unique, once in a lifetime moment of absolute fear and terror and wonder, and there's so many feelings that you have um, in that moment in time, and it all kind of like happened so fast, like a blur. I need to process this. Like we all need to process.
Now this is where things go left. Okay, this is where things go left. Okay, now let's check this. Let's check out this right here because this is where things go totally in left field. Check this out.
So Miami was interesting. What the?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Now that's supposed to be him in the footage. Okay. I don't know if he was on his way home. I don't know what happened, but a building exploded. You seen the building just there was an explosion. Okay. Now I don't know what's that about. I don't know what's that about. Okay. Now there's footage. Is that footage? So you hear his voice in the video. You hear the helicopters going on. I don't know what's going on. Okay. But right then and there, it's like a building explodes. Okay. Now another YouTuber, he he also commented that okay, there was a similar incident in Washington D.C. where the scene of the explosion, the street kind of looked the same. Okay, so I don't know if these two situations are related. I don't know if these two situations are related, but you see it go from supposedly is him walking down the street, a building explodes. It might be his apartment or wherever where he lives, whatever. And then you see footage of him in the hospital. Okay, it's very eerie. It's very eerie. Now, if there's a cover up, if there's supposed to be a cover up of this incident, okay, the question is, would they go to this extreme to cover this incident up? You know what I mean? Like, did they find out later? Maybe they watched video. They watched video footage from the mall and seen him recording. Like these, you never really know like how this scenario goes down. You don't really know what evidence they have. If what if they were tips that tipped them off to him possessing footage of the incident. Like you just don't know. You just don't know. But you catch footage of that and then him in the hospital. Okay? Let's continue with let's continue and so you can see because the story is not over. The story is not over. Okay, and I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Right now, while we're here, if you here right now, okay, you should subscribe to the channel. I suggest you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe right now. Go ahead and do it right now. It ain't no need to wait. Okay. It ain't no need to wait. Go ahead and subscribe right now. Hit that like button while you at it. Hit that notification bell because I'm gonna be going hard for the rest of the year. I'm gonna be going hard from here on out. Just dishing out content. You don't want to miss it. Okay. You don't want to miss it. So go ahead and do that. All right. Yeah. And make sure comment below. Comment below so we can go ahead and we can open up the dialogue of what possibly may be going on in this situation. All right. So here we go. Hold up. Hold up. This footage coming up. This footage coming up. Like, I don't think it's actual footage. I don't think that it's actual footage of the incident. I don't think it's actual footage of the incident. It might be a reenactment. It might be a reenactment of what people saw. Okay, so I'm not saying this is actual footage. This is probably a reenactment, some type of graphic, some type of computer graphic that was put together for the public just to get an idea of what happened. Okay, so let's check this out. And that's very interesting. That's very interesting. If you was to see something like that, something related to that, that would definitely freak you out to see something like that anywhere. Okay, anywhere. Now I don't want people to be like freaked out. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to be freaked out. You know what I mean? But like I said, 2024, man. 2024 is going to be a wild year, okay? But it didn't just start in 2024, but I know for a fact 2024 is going to be a wild year, okay? Now, the supernatural is real, whether we want to deal with it or not, okay? Whether we want to accept it or not, it's a real situation, okay? People don't really know my history. Okay, I've experienced multiple supernatural experiences in my life that I don't really talk about. You know what I mean? I'll probably reveal everything later on, but I've experienced things. Okay, matter of fact, whether you think that no matter what you think, okay, from the date of this video, okay, you can track back to when I did this video right here. Okay, last night I seen an object in the sky. Okay, no, last night I seen an object in the sky. Last night and the day before that, I seen uh, the same similar object the day before. Okay, so you count back 2 days before this video. Okay, the first day that I seen it, I was with my son. I was with my son here, witness. Okay, now this object was changing shape. It was flashing lights. It was appearing, reappearing. It turned black at one point. It was crazy. The next night, I looked in the sky. I seen something similar where it was an object in the sky, and it would be glowing. Then it would dim the light. Then it would disappear, come back. It was cloudy outside. You know what I'm saying? So this is a true story. I might put that little footage that I do got in this video, okay? But it only shows, my son recorded it, and it only shows just a flash. You see the flash in the sky. I might put it in this video.
Because the clouds aren't moving. It's moving.
Oh,
It's moving.
yeah, I got it on camera.
Because the clouds aren't moving. It's moving.
Oh,
It's moving.
yeah, I got it on camera.
All right. So let's go ahead and continue with this video, okay? Where, yeah, we're about to see his experience in the hospital, okay? He had an incident in the hospital, okay? And this footage right here is also wild, and we're going to decide once again, is this real or fake? Is this real or fake? Okay? And I want to know, because basically I wanna if he's real and he's definitely holding evidence, like, he definitely needs to be protected, okay? He needs to be protected if his life is in fact in danger. So let's go ahead and look and see what his experience was in the hospital.
So after the explosion, they detained you and took you to the hospital where you would wait for government officials to come by and pick you up. But you managed to somehow escape custody, get your belongings, until suddenly the alarms go off and you knew it was for you. And you managed to escape safely.
After Miami, like, it was just the start of a chain of events that people don't know about. And it was a cat and mouse game, basically. And I documented the whole thing. So along with the footage, we're also going to be telling that story as well. Like, you guys won't believe what happened.
And look at that. And look at that. You know what I'm saying? It's footage of him in the hospital, okay? They say that the government officials, the government came in to interview him or talk to him, etc., etc., and he got up out of there. The footage is showing he's running from something. He's running from, it looks like a hospital, and he's running. He's running. You look at his face. He's looking like he is scared. Okay? It definitely looks like he is stressed, like he is in a traumatic situation. That's why I'm saying, if this is fake, this is very well orchestrated. Okay? But like I said, when you go from him saying he didn't record anything, this and that, and then you come down to this, it's like, what is going on? Like, what is really going on in this situation? Okay? Like, he got up out of there. He said he was in some type of cat and mouse situation where it was like, yeah. Like, you get the feeling like they were actually after him. Some organization, somebody's after him. And he got up out of there and escaped. Now, how you can come up with this footage, I don't know. But this is a very interesting situation, okay? To say the least. To say the least, it's very interesting. Okay? So, now I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you this TikToker's footage of where he says that this eyewitness's account of when the building exploded is related to a situation that happened in Washington D.C. Okay, and I remember watching the news, and I did see this when they reported on it. Okay, so when they tracked it back to maybe this happened, this had to do with this guy. I don't know. Maybe the scenarios lined up. All right, but here we go. Check out this TikToker's account of this situation maybe happen in Washington D.C.
Incident happened in Washington, D.C. And from the looks of it, it roughly lines up with the street scene from that footage that he took. Was that his apartment building? It's the only incident I can find that roughly lines up with the date and time of him posting his video.
Now it's about to get real. Now we're gonna look at his last piece of footage. The last piece of footage where he's talking about him actually videotaping and how he got away with the footage, the equipment that he used, and all of that. Okay, so now it's about to get real. All right, so we can look at this and and decide like real or fake, fact or fiction. We don't know. But right here, he's going to go in about this whole situation, and he's going to reveal that he does own some footage. Let's check it out.
This obviously makes you emotional. Am I right? When should the world expect to see this footage?
So I don't really have a time frame of when, because we're still waiting to see how everything plays out. It's still an ongoing situation at this moment. We're hoping, I would love for it to be released as soon as possible. But these things have to be handled gently, just due to the sensitive nature. But what I can say is that the footage is unsettling. I've just been sharing a lot of like reenactments and stuff that's close to our experience so that people can get an idea. When you see footage like this, it's, everyone thinks that, yeah, it's been normalized in our media, but when you actually see it, it kicks in later. Like it did for me and my brother and my family. It kicked in later for us that we actually like realized, what a footage means. Obviously Hollywood and films, you've seen like depictions of aliens and stuff, but it's not real. When it's real, you see it at first, but it kicks in later. Later that we're not really alone. And different people have interpreted it differently.
A lot of witnesses who were there claimed that the police deleted the footage from their phone.
Yeah, there were a lot of people there. That's true. They, people had their phones taken away and video files deleted, us included. But what made our situation a little bit different is that I do have footage, and I didn't take it on a smartphone. And since we've already given some of the footage to the people we gave our story to, a lot of people don't really know me like that, and I get it. But I'm kind of like a '90s guy. And I like collecting retro things from the '90s. Like for example, I still have a flip phone, like that I carry around on me, pretty often. And yeah, and whenever I go on vacations with my family, I do take a VHS camcorder. And that night, when everyone was getting their phones confiscated and files deleted. Nobody noticed that I had a VHS camcorder, like, at all. No one even would suspect someone of having a VHS camcorder. They weren't paying attention. Um, and so, yeah, I have the footage here. Um, yeah, it's a family trip vacation gone pretty weird.
That's the most important tape in human history.
Yeah, I've thought about that a lot. That this could be the most consequential piece of footage in human history.
Very wild situation. Okay, this is a very wild situation. Okay, like how do you go from how this video started? He saw it, he admitted to be a witness, but vehemently said he didn't record anything, to where we are right now in the video where he's just like, yeah, he has all this footage and evidence. Okay, this is a very wild situation. Okay, now like I said before, okay, if this dude is out for clout, get him out of here. Okay, get him out of here, because this is just like a reach. You're really reaching if this is fake. But on the flip side, if this is a very real situation, and like I said in the beginning, when he first came out and said that he didn't record, it was basically for protection, to save his, to stay under the radar, etc., etc. I would totally understand. I would totally understand the steps that he took and all of that. Okay. Now I'm very curious, okay, because ever since I've seen this, it's like, well, damn, if he do have some footage and he does wants to release it, man, I would love to see it. I would love to see it, okay. But at the same time, if this is a real situation and this man's life is actually in danger, man, okay, then it's not a funny situation. It's not a game. It's not a funny situation. It's not a game. You know what I mean? Uh, he needs protection. That's a very serious situation, and he needs protection. You know what I'm saying? So pray for that man if he's telling the truth. On the flip side, if he's telling the truth, okay, because that's a very serious situation that he's dealing with. If he's actually really going through these situations, if he's really going through this, okay, I feel sorry. You know, if this is a true situation, like, man, okay. But like he said, okay, if this is real, man, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. You know what I'm saying? If he's in the when he does release the footage, when he does release it, okay, wildest footage in human history. I don't know. I can't really say that because it's footage that's out there on the internet of supernatural phenomena, things that's done happen. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what I'm telling people. You better open your mind. You better open your mind, okay? You better open your mind, because like, I deal with people, and I come across people that, they have limitations when it comes to what they can receive and what they can believe, etc., etc. And I ain't here to force nobody to believe anything. Wherever you stand, stick with that. And it is whatever. Stay where you at. Okay? To the people that really know what time it is, what's really going on out here, you know, take all this information as what it is. It's just a sign of the times. It's a sign of the times of where we at right now. okay, in 2024. Okay, it's a sign of the times. All right. So that's about it for this video. Okay, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Okay? Subscribe to the channel. Alright, if anything happens to that man, you know what I mean? I hope nothing does. But in the event that something does, just remember that he came out with this. Okay? And we'll all be able to put pieces to two and two together. You know what I mean? In that event. Okay? So, like I said, and man, that's deep. So anyway, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my future videos coming up. They all gonna be fire. All right. Comment below. Comment below. Okay, I love the comments. I love the comments. For the most part, I do everything in my power to respond to all comments. Okay, because I like communication to be open. You know what I mean? So go ahead and make your comments so we can talk about this, if this is real or fake. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to hit you guys on the next one. And y'all make sure y'all have a great day, a great night, wherever you at in the world. Okay, I appreciate y'all coming to chill with me for a second. You know what I mean? I definitely appreciate it. It's a lot of love. I love you guys for checking out my videos. And yeah, K is out.